In the vast universe of Dune, the creatures that inhabit its deserts, oceans, and skies are key pieces of a complex ecological and political machinery, from the colossal sandworms that shape the destiny of the Empire to the hybrid creatures designed in genetic laboratories. Today, we will see some of the animals, creatures, and genetic creations of the Dune universe, the magical creation of Frank Herbert. Number 1. Sandworm. Without a doubt, this is the best known and best described creature in the Dune universe. The sandworm is an autotrophic animal that inhabits the planet Arrakis. It is unknown where it originated, but it was introduced to Arrakis before the events of the Butlerian Jihad. It lives in the vast deserts and sand dunes that stretch across the surface of the planet. Most importantly, sandworms are an essential factor in the creation of the melange spice. Worms live under the sand. Attracted by the rhythmic vibrations, they rise to the surface in search of the source of said vibrations. This is an effort to defend their territory, of which they are very protective. Because of this, seeing a worm and living to tell the tale was extremely rare, except for the Fremen, who have achieved some form of dominance over the beast. Sandworms are extremely territorial. As soon as two worms sense each other's presence, they let out challenging roars. They can reach hundreds of meters in length, with the largest worms measuring up to 1,300 feet. Their diameter can exceed 130 feet. Their longevity was supposedly extreme, estimated to be thousands of years. Their skin is thick, rough, and semi-metallic. It serves the function of armor and was composed of many scales, each a few feet in size. The inner workings of a sandworm resembled that of a huge blast furnace, producing intense heat and flames. This in turn provided the environmental link to supply oxygen to Arrakis, which had almost no plants. The mouth was situated at the front end of the creature and could easily consume gigantic objects, such as spice harvesters. The sandworm's scent has been especially well documented. A strong scent of flint and cinnamon emanated from the beast, especially from its mouth. Some said you could smell it before you saw it. The presence of the spice mixture was intense, and so was its smell. Its main diet is sand and other inorganic and dry components of the crust of Arrakis. It is also believed that they sifted plankton from the sand for food. Water was deadly to the sandworm, even in small doses. Water entering the sandworm's body acted as a catalyst to speed up its metabolism to the point that it became unstable and its vital biological functions failed. This was a violent and painful death for the sandworm. However, it was sometimes necessary, as the byproduct of the sandworm-sour water mixture was the highly toxic poison called water of life, which the Reverend Mothers used on several occasions. Number 2. Sand trout. Sand trouts were the docile larval form of sandworms from the desert planet Arrakis. Sand trouts are an amoeboid, gelatinous, mass-like creature. They vary in size, but are usually small, about the size of the palm of a hand. Their body is flexible and can adhere to surfaces, especially human skin. They are gray, leathery, and diamond-shaped, with no apparent head, eyes, or limbs, except for retractable pseudopods called cilia. They are soft but slimy in texture, and have a grayish or sandy color, allowing them to camouflage themselves in the desert of Arrakis. Sand trouts are essential to the creation of the gigantic sandworms. These tiny creatures represent an early stage in the worm's life cycle. When conditions are right, sand trout can swarm together, sealing off any underground water deposits. This process allows for the formation of a chemical environment that eventually gives rise to the birth of a young sandworm. Sandworms produce the precious melange, which is the most valuable resource in the Dune universe. Without sand trout, the natural cycle that produces the spice would not be possible. Before continuing, remember that it takes me hours and hours to make these videos, gathering information, preparing the script, recording, and editing, and it will only take you a few minutes or seconds to leave your comment and like the video, so go ahead and do it and encourage me with it. Number 3. Laza Tiger. Laza Tigers are not completely natural creatures, but are the result of genetic engineering and intensive training carried out by the Bene Tleilax, a faction specializing in biological manipulation. These creatures have been specifically designed to be used as living weapons. They are larger than a common tiger, with well-defined muscles and outstanding strength and speed. Their skin is marked by dark striped patterns that help camouflage them in various environments. Although they are usually designed to operate in desert areas, both the claws and fangs are huge and sharp, designed for a fast and deadly attack. Number 4. Salusan Bull. The Salusan bull is a beast native to the planet Salusa secundus. This bull is much larger and more aggressive than a common bull. They have a spine-covered back, a black head dotted with multiple horns, and they have faceted eyes. They also have 2 separate brains. It is colossal compared to Earth's bulls, with powerful muscles that make it a force of nature. Its horns are long, curved, and sharp, capable of piercing even light armor. The Salusan bull is notoriously aggressive and territorial. Its instinct to attack anything it perceives as a threat makes it a deadly adversary. Number 5. Schlags. Schlags are creatures native to the planet Tupali. Their skin, known as schlag skin, is highly valued and considered a luxury material in the making of clothing. They are large, bison-like animals. They were hunted almost to extinction due to the high demand for their skin. Number 6. Thors. Thorses are 6-legged pack animals, derived from or related to horses. During the reign of the god emperor Leto II, Thorses became the primary work beasts throughout the empire. There were different varieties adapted to the various environments and landscapes of different planets. Their 6-legged design gave them greater stability and strength, valuable characteristics for transport and heavy work tasks in the various terrains of the empire. Number 7. Futar. Futars were a human-feline genetic hybrid created by members of the Bene Tleilax, supposedly as a tool to hunt and destroy honored matres during a prolonged and cruel war between the two groups. They are first briefly mentioned in Heretics of Dune. However, Futars were brought into the known universe by honored matres, who kept the creatures as pets. Although they were dangerous and only harbored subhuman intelligence, they could be controlled through intimidation and emotional imprinting, usually by their owners or designated caretakers. Number 8. Kulon. Kulon is a wild ass, native to the Asian steppes of Earth. This species was adapted to survive on the arid planet Arrakis, and later domesticated by the Fremen and local smugglers. However, keeping these animals in the desert presented significant challenges, as the cost in terms of water was high, even when equipped with modified versions of the distillation suits used by humans. Number 9. Pantherfish. The pantherfish is an aquatic predator native to the swamps of the planet Caladan, ancestral home of House Atreides. These fish are known for their extremely aggressive nature. They move in schools in search of prey, and their coordinated attack allows them to skin a person in a matter of seconds. Physically, they possess numerous fangs and are covered in large scales. Their front flippers have evolved into rudimentary clawed limbs. Number 10. Leech bat. Leech bats are creatures highly adapted to survive in their harsh environment. They have a biological design that combines bats and leeches, making them specialized and very effective predators. They possess sharp teeth designed to pierce the skin of their prey and suck blood quickly. Their eyes are small, suggesting that they rely more on other senses, such as smell or echo, to hunt. They are attracted to the heat and scent of blood, making them a constant threat to any living thing that ventures into their territory. Once they find prey, they attack in a group, draining the blood of their victims in a matter of minutes. Number 11. Sea worms. Sea worms are a genetically modified variant of sandworms. They were created and genetically altered so that they could mature and thrive in aquatic environments. These worms were released into the ecosystem of the planet Bazel, where they successfully adapted and began to dominate the marine environment. Marine worms can produce an extremely concentrated form of melange known as ultraspice. This substance is found in a liver-like internal organ within marine worms. Ultraspice is significantly more potent than standard spice, making it a highly coveted resource. The introduction of marine worms had a profound impact on the ecosystem of Buzzell. They grew in size and strength, becoming extremely territorial and aggressive. Their presence resulted in the decline of native species, including colosters and amphibians, due to competition and predation. Number 12. Turtlebugs. Turtlebugs are insects native to the planet Harmonthep, a swampy world with a nitrogen and oxygen-rich atmosphere capable of supporting a wide variety of biological life. These insects are known to be edible and sweet-tasting, making them a food source for the local inhabitants.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Number 13. Slig. A slig was a genetically engineered hybrid created by the Bene Tleilax. The creature was a cross between a giant slug and a pig. The animal was considered ugly, even disgusting, with multiple mouths and skin that excreted a slimy, noxious residue. However, it was raised for its meat, which was sweet, tender, and highly sought after by many throughout the known universe. Many called it the sweetest meat this side of heaven. Likely for religious reasons, the Tleilaxu did not eat the slig, but they had no qualms about allowing anyone from another culture to be contaminated by the slig's impure flesh. Honestly, would you dare take a bite of this animal? Number 14. Colosters. Colosters are giant marine mollusks native to the oceans of the aquatic world of Buzzell that play an important role in its economy due to their relationship to the souststones found within the colosters. These are extremely valuable and rare gems, used primarily for luxury jewelry and high-end ornaments. These stones are formed in a similar way to pearls in oysters, but are much rarer and more refined. They live deep within Buzzell's oceans, anchored to the seabed. Their environments are difficult to reach, increasing the danger and cost of collecting the souststones. Amphibians, half-man, half-fish creatures, were bred to more efficiently collect the gems from the underwater depths, cutting open the shellfish to reveal the stones within. Number 15. Amphibian. Amphibians are a genetically modified humanoid subrace. They are primitive humanoid creatures that honored matres brought captive to the Million Planets, much like the feline futars. On the ocean world of Buzzell, the honored matres used amphibians as overseers for Bene Gesserit slaves, as well as to retrieve souststones from the sea, opening coluster muscles. As amphibians are able to breathe underwater and on land, they can dive deeper and swim farther from shore than any human. They possess an overall form similar to humans, with arms and legs that allow them to move both on land and in water. Their skin is smooth, moist, and greenish or bluish in tone, allowing them to retain moisture out of the water. Their eyes are large and adapted to see in low-light conditions underwater. That's all. Subscribe so you don't miss my videos. Remember to like and leave a comment, and I'll see you in next week's video.